Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna learn how to add, subtract and multiply matrices. Alright, before we're gonna learn this lesson, make sure you check out the playlist Algebra 1 if you want to review Algebra 1 concept to make sure you prepare for Algebra 2. Alright, let's pause the video and give you a try. Alright, let's get started. So, first we're gonna talk about dimension of the matrix. For example, we have 3 rows and we have 2 columns. Alright, this is called row 1, row 2, and row 3. This column 1, column 2. Alright, so how do we call the dimension of the matrix? We call row first and column second. Okay, we count how many rows? 3 rows, so it could be 3. Column how many? It could be 2 columns, so it could be 3 by 2. So this is dimension of this matrix 3 by 2, which means 3 rows, 2 columns. Alright, now the element, we call this A. This is the name of the element. Now this element falls into row 1 and column 1, so we just write A1 1. Right, rows first, columns second. Okay, look at this one. This is row 1, column 2, so it should be A1 2. Alright, this one, row 2, column 1, so it should be A2 1. Row 2, column 2, A2 2. Row 3, column 1, A3 1. Row 3, column 2, A3 2. So this is the name of the elements in the matrix. Okay, so we look at this one. This is actually the dimension of this matrix should be 2 by 2. This is 2 by 2. Now when you add or subtract two matrices, make sure they have the same dimension. If they have different dimension, you cannot add or subtract, so keep that in mind. So since this matrix and this matrix have the same dimension, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, you just add right corresponding elements. So which means A11 and B11, you add them up, it should be right here. Right, A12, B12, you add them up, it should be right here. Similar for subtraction, it should be like this. Now keep in mind, the dimension of matrix A 2 by 2, dimension of matrix B 2 by 2, they have the same dimension. So their sum or difference have the same dimension. Right? It's still 2 by 2. It's still 2 by 2. Now let's take a look at example right here. Example CD right here. Okay, now we need to take C plus D. Alright, equal. Alright, we look at this one. Dimension of C should be 2 by 3. Dimension of D should be 2 by 3. So they have the same dimension. You can add or subtract, right? Now 3, right? Now 3 plus 1 is going to be 4. 2 plus 4 is going to be 6. 4 plus 3 is going to be 7. Negative 1 plus negative 2, negative 3. 4 plus 2, 6. 0 plus 4, 4. Alright. Now, if we subtract C minus D, it's going to be what? It's still 2 by 3, right? 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. 2 minus 4 is going to be negative 2. 4 minus 3, it should be 1. Negative 1 minus negative 2, it should be 1. 4 minus 2 should be 2. 0 minus 4 should be negative 4. D minus C. So D right here, C right here. So 1 minus 3 should be negative 2. 4 minus 2, it should be 2. 3 minus 4, 3 minus 4 should be negative 1. Negative 2 minus negative 1 should be negative 1. 2 minus 4 should be negative 2. 4 minus 0, it should be 4. Alright. Now, you see that C minus D and D minus C right here. Look at the answer right here. They are opposite. Each element in this matrix opposite to this element in this matrix. So which means C minus D actually equal negative 1 times D minus C. Alright. So if you multiply this matrix by negative 1, if you multiply each element of this matrix by negative 1, you will get D minus C. Alright. Keep that in mind. Now we're going to move on to the next one. Alright, multiply two matrices. Alright, when you multiply two matrices, make sure you need to check the dimension. Okay, look at the first one. The first one, you see that we have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, so 2 columns, so it's going to be 3 by 2. Alright, the second one, 2 rows, so it should be 2 right here, and it's going to be 4 columns, multiply by 4. Alright, the first matrix 3 by 2, the second matrix 2 by 4. Now, so you're going to check this. If the number of columns in the first matrix is the same as the number of rows in the second matrix, and then yes, you can do multiplication. Look at this one. Alright, so the answer must be 3 by 4. 3 right here and 4 right here. Alright, if this guy and this guy different, right? And then you cannot multiply them. Alright, you can't. So keep that in mind. So because this one works, we can do A multiplied by B. Okay, so let's see. A multiplied by B is going to be what? So we know that this is 3 by 2. And this is 2 by 4. Alright. This guy and this guy does not matter. We just care about this guy and this guy. They have the same right here. So the answer of this matrix should be 3 by 4. Alright. 3 by 4, which means you have 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, this is 4 columns. 3 rows, 4 columns. Now, how do we find the first element right here? Okay, we check this guy right here and multiply this one. First row, first column. Okay, multiply each element and add them up. Negative 2 times negative 1. Negative 2 times negative 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2. 1 multiplied by 2. So it can be that this is 2 plus 2 equal 4. So 4 go over here. Next one. First row, second column. First row, second column. First row, second column. It's go over here. Look. This is first row. This is second column. Right, so look at this one. This is the first row and this is second column. You see that? Alright, so it should be negative 2 multiplied by 0 plus 1 multiplied by 0. Alright, so it can be 0 is the answer right here. Alright, now first row, third column. Alright, first row, third column is to be right here. So the answer you need to put right here. Okay, negative 1 times, negative 2 times 2 is going to be negative 4. 1 times 0 is going to be 0, so it should be negative 4 right here. Alright. Alright. Now next one. First row and then the last column should be the column 4. First row and column 4, it should be right here. The answer should be right here. Alright. So negative 2 times 1, negative 2. 1 times 3 should be 3. So negative 2 plus 3, it should be 1. So the answer 1 you put right here. Alright, now second row, first column. Second row, right here. First column right here. So the answer you need to put over here. 3 times negative 1, it should be negative 3. Negative 2 times 2, it should be negative 4. Add them up, negative 7. Alright. 3 times 0, it's going to be 0. Negative 2 times 0, it's going to be 0. So this one should be 0 right here. Alright. Now, second row, third column. Second row, third column. Go over here. 3 times 2, it's going to be 6. Negative 2 times 0, it's going to be 0. So this answer should be 6. Put it over here. Next one. Alright. 3. Second row, 4 columns. So 3 times 1, it's going to be 3. Negative 2 times 3, it could be negative 6. So 3 plus negative 6, it should be negative 3. Alright, now the last one. Third row, first column. Alright, third row, first column. The answer should be right here. 0 times negative 1, 0. 1 times 2, it could be 2. So the answer 2. Alright, third row, second column. Third row, second column right here. So 0 times 0, 1 times 0, the answer should be 0. Now, next one. Third row, third column. 0 times 2, 0. 1 times 0, it should be 0. So right here. Right. And the last one. Third row, 4 column. Third row, 4 column right here. Right. 0 times 1, 0. 1 times 3, it should be 3. Alright, and this is the answer. This is the matrix. This is the answer. Alright, now. What if B times A? What's the dimension of B? Dimension of B should be what right here? Right? 2 rows, 4 columns. Right? So 2 by 4. Now the dimension of A. 3 rows, 2 columns. Right? 3 rows, 2 columns. So it could be 3 by 2. Alright, now look at this one. 4 and 3 right here, they are different. So this product does not exist. Alright, and it's a good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand